Most 3D printing businesses that try to sell 3D prints end up failing. I've seen this happen plenty of times. I've gone through tons of Etsy stores. I see a lot of them with no listings because they have no idea what to do. Sometimes I have one or two listings, no sales. Same kind of idea, right? So I'm going to go through 5 mistakes that you want to avoid when it comes to creating a 3D printing business. So I actually did a survey looking at how people make money with 3D printing. And in my school group, these are the results that I found, right? So 17 people voted, and about half of them said they haven't started selling yet, which is a lot of people. A lot of them doing local/custom sales, and then some selling on Etsy, one selling on Amazon. And I also did another survey. This is with my email newsletter, and similar results, but a lot more people are doing local sales and custom orders. Some people haven't started yet, and selling on various things and various reasons why they're not selling, right? So the first mistake is never starting. Like we see in the polls, a lot of people never start. They have issues kind of getting clear on a roadmap and what to do, right? So some common questions people ask is like, how expensive is it to sell on Amazon or different platforms? Is it a complicated process to actually sell? What files should I use, and where do I get my designs? So the reality is, nothing needs to be perfect. You just kind of have to get on the map, right? You need to obviously start listing products because there's no way to get sales without listings. And you want to learn by doing, not by researching forever, which is exactly the trap I fell on. Always trying to research, always trying to figure out what to do, but you just want to get on the map. And yep, most people quit before they even begin. Luckily, I stuck with it and end up finding results. So here's an interesting post I saw on Reddit. This is to do with selling on Amazon, and this guy kind of walks through his results. Let's refresh that again. And he runs a small print farm, selling earrings and a few functional items on Amazon. So he designs all his products, advertises them, and runs the operation. And this year, been able to double the revenue by adding 10 machines. So the good thing here is he's got his niche earrings. He's got a few functional items as well. It's probably within a similar niche, maybe like an earring holder or something. Not rich, do decent, self-taught, and answering questions. So he just kind of goes through and answers things about the platform, like how he's making things happen. But you got a general idea of like, you started out and you tried to make it work, right? And you got this little screenshot from the same post, just about like how expensive it is and the complicated process. So Amazon looks like they take a 15% flat rate before any ads, and pretty competitive but not cheap. But mainly, you can get a lot of sales through Amazon if you get the demand and you get the right item. So next up, second mistake, no direction or no niche. So like the last post, he's obviously selling earrings. He's got his niche down. He probably has a good understanding of it and what kind of products do well in that niche. So here's what most people do. Download files from Thingiverse, print whatever looks cool. They list things on Etsy and Amazon hoping someone buys. They have no research on the demand and there's no validation. There's no proven sales. The better approach here is pick a niche where you have knowledge or experience. Have insider knowledge gives you an instant advantage, right? You understand the customer better than the competitors because you're basically somebody who would be a customer, so you know what you would buy. So an example is, piano themed accessory. That's something I created, the piano perch, and I play piano. Something that I would buy myself. Cool design. I made sure I designed it nice, and that's something that's made, I think over $3,000 on Amazon. So some couple examples to show. So someone asks, what do you sell and where do you get your files? Let's have a quick look at this post. So this is someone that obviously wants to start selling and they have no idea what to do. So this guy's saying there's very little money in other products, so like pre-existing designs. If you do want to sell prints, you need to design your own, which to a degree I do agree with, but you can still get a commercial license, and there's other avenues that you can take. So you don't have to design your own item, but it is definitely recommended. And let's go back here. So yeah, there's a guy who basically sells lampshades, and he has an issue on Etsy. Gets views, visits, but no sales. And this is his Etsy page. So he's getting about 80 to 130 visits a week, but very low sales, low conversion rate. So he's asking questions about how to fix that. So overall, the number of listings pretty low. So he's been on Etsy for 11 months, 10 listings, that's not enough. And in terms of the designs, they look good, but you have to look at your competitors. They probably got some very interesting designs, probably things that are better than this, right? So it's not just down to the niche and the quality, but it's about the quality of the people that you're competing against in the market. So that's a very important thing to keep in mind. And you want to make like unique designs, things that people actually want. You know, these look pretty cool. They have proven that they've gotten sales, but it's not much in the grand scheme of things. And then, yeah, there's a bit of criticism about the lampshades. So this is a comment from the same post. Someone saying they're very generic. When someone says they are a product designer, you expect something to have a design. You don't expect 3D printed generic lampshades that everybody, including Amazon, sells for $10. So he's talking about doing some research. Amazon's way cheaper, return policy is better. So I guess he's suggesting sell on Amazon or try to do better designs, right? It's all about insurance claim, other things. So here's another comment about a guy selling 3D printed lampshades. There's tons of people doing it. So you need to do a competition analysis. You can't just start on Etsy and just start selling anything. Like, you need to know what's out there and whether it's high competition, low competition, and how much demand there is for the item in the first place. So yeah, find things not related to your house decor niche. What's your niche? So yeah, niching down, that's what he's recommending. So yeah, that's all good advice. So yeah, the common problems with having no niche: the generic products everyone else is selling. It's hard to differentiate from the competition. Low prices, low margins, and can't build a real business. So you need to have some insights. You know, it's all about the insider knowledge, experience, your understanding your customers, your competitors, all that good stuff. Mistake number 3, using outdated equipment. So you'd be surprised how many people have like really old 3D printers. You know, they're ones from over 5 years ago. The print speed obviously recently is picked up tons. You know, twice as fast, 3 times, maybe even 4 times as fast. So you need to get newer machines. You can't be having the end of 3 V2 and expecting to compete in a business world. I'm going straight with the Bambu Lab A1. I've got a couple of those. Got the X1C as well and some other printers. But in terms of speed, reliability, good support, Bambu is up there, top of the line. So definitely stop using outdated equipment. You're gonna get prints that are failing. Takes a long time to produce and leads to frustration and eventually quitting. So yeah, let's invest in our business and get some good quality. Mistake number 4 is the wrong platform strategy. So like I said in the previous example, 80 to 130 visits for the lampshades, low conversion rate. Don't understand why people don't buy, right? So you need to understand the platform. Obviously there's still principles like following the competition analysis and understanding that each platform is different and has different algorithms. So Etsy is not Amazon, which is not Shopify. So understand the platform and use platform specific strategies to get a leg up on the competition and actually make sales. So yeah, this is the example we saw already with the lampshades. And common mistakes that we see on Etsy: bad product photos, poor SEO/keywords, wrong pricing, and no listings, or 1 to 2 listings and then they quit. So I've got research findings. I've analyzed tons of stores, over 200 stores that made over 1,000 sales. So most failed stores have 1 to 2 listings or even 0, of course. Successful stores list consistently. And finally, they understand Etsy's algorithm. So getting listings out, that's how you're going to find what actually works, and then you double down and triple down on the things that work. So once you've found a few kind of key items, then you don't have to list as often. But at the start, listing a lot of items is everything. Now, mistake number, is that 4? Mistake number 5. Yeah. No plan or no method. So people just guess and throw like random things up versus having an actual system, right? A roadmap, a strategy. What doesn't work is listing random products, hoping something sells, no validation, no research, and you quit after a few weeks. That's what we don't want to do. What does work is the best seller blueprint, which is finding products that are already selling by looking at top sellers, seeing what has proven demand, and researching competition. It's very important. Number 2 is making your own variations. Now, don't copy directly from something that you see that has proven demand. Like, improve the design, add your unique touch, and make it better than what exists. So you want to have a proper look into that and see, like, look for angles that aren't being hit, and then try to hit those angles. And then list consistently. So what you want to do is create a listing plan. So when I did my 30-day daily listing challenge, I had a listing plan. I had different kind of ideas on what to design and what to list up, and then I followed that to a T. I ended up making my first sale in 5 days using this strategy, and then I hit 100 sales in 116 days. Now this is obviously with me still learning the ropes, but now that I've learned how the strategy works, I can get you to 100 sales in a lot shorter than that time frame. So the difference here is, people want it before you make it. There's no guessing, and there's actual validation, and it's a way faster path to sales. So my results, as I said, was 100 Etsy sales in 116 days, first sale in 5 days, $3,000 plus on Amazon with custom designs, and I only used 2 printers. So you don't need a whole print farm to start making money, right? I know a lot of people worry about that. And success stories. So it was a pretty cool example. So this guy started small with a physical therapy product based on his daughter's experience, and he solved the problem, right? So he talks about it up here. Start from scratch selling my own invention. In early 2023, I paid for an initial design mock-up for a product that helped children in a physical therapy space. My daughter had been going for 2 years prior to that, and over time of watching her, I had an idea. So he paid someone to make the sketches, got a 3D printer, took the design to a doctor and had them look at it. They loved the product and then started selling. And this was just in a few months. So they went, rather than with listing many products, they went with a specific strategy. They found a problem and they solved it. And then they advertised with ads and organic. And yeah, they made the product on Tinkercad, just like I did with my piano phone holder. So that's a great success story. I really like that one. And recently they did 10,000 in sales in just 7 days, which is crazy on Amazon, right? Ranked number 9 in a niche, and they expanded to 20 machines in total by adding another 10. And the key is they validated demand first. So example 2 is a problem-solving approach. Designed a page turner for musical instruments. So it's basically this photo right here. This is a post they're talking about experience selling, and they designed their own product to solve a niche problem of mounting page turners to musical instruments. So this is something they obviously have experience in. They know that there's a problem and they solve the problem. So yeah, the best item you can sell is one that you made out of frustration, or why hasn't anyone thought of that? And obviously if you're solving a problem and there's a demand for it, you can make ongoing sales if you solve the problem correctly. And yeah, I haven't done a cost breakdown, blah blah. But yeah, it's about the research, it's about the design, it's about the idea, all these things put together. So yeah, the pattern is having a direction, a niche or problem to solve. Then you want to validate it where people actually want it. You want to be consistent, keep listing, keep improving, and get the results, which is actually sales and not just hope. So next steps, if you want to make your first 100 sales in 90 days, I'm working with a select few 3D printer owners to implement my best seller blueprint. Get your first 100 sales in 90 days. Skip the trial and error that I went through and have a proven roadmap to follow. So what you want to do is join up my school community, 3D Printing Profits, get step-by-step training, product research methods, Etsy optimization strategies, and direct support. I'll have the link below so you can go and join, and I'll accept you in. Alright, peace out.